at the time of this recording, it is Friday, December 6th. Hello, hello. I hope that you've all had a beautiful week. I actually just wanted to sit down. I got back yesterday from a 2-day, 1-night staycation. I actually booked into a super nice resort in Kerames. Kerames is a surf spot, and according to the forecast, there was going to be some bigger waves. I booked and I went, of course, on my own, and I had such a good time. I just needed that one night. I mean, I wish I could have stayed more, but one night was enough because I got the 2 days of the swell, and I felt so relaxed. It's about 90 minutes away from where I'm currently living here in Bingin in Uluwatu. I went by car. I booked into this super nice room that had a view of the beach. I surfed the 2 mornings, yesterday morning and the morning before, and it was so fun. It was my first time surfing there and first time at that resort. Actually, I think I'd had a coffee at that resort a few years ago, but it was just so wonderful. It was exactly what I needed. And what I noticed straight away as I rode on my motorbike yesterday and this morning, that every time I get on my motorbike here in the Bukit, I'm so stressed out and people are just driving around. There's such a chaos here in the Uluwatu area, and up at Kerames, it was so chill. It was so quiet. The wave was definitely not chill. It was definitely a very technical, very barreling, very fast, steep wave, but I definitely got waves and it was super fun, and I saw people that I knew there. I had such a good time. I wanted to sit down today and share with you a few things that have been on my mind that I thought that you could also gain some insights from. So if you have been following my channel, thank you. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. I wanted to share though that in the last few months, if you've been following, I've been prioritizing my screen time. Up until a few weeks ago, I actually was getting very overwhelmed with building my business online, with the marketing that I was doing, and I was not seeing the results that I thought and I think that I should be seeing. I am still running paid advertising for my online business. There are 2 things that I am very, very grateful, that is very, very clear to me in the last few weeks. I want to talk about freedom, and I want to talk about showing up and doing things when you feel uncomfortable and putting yourself out there. I then decided I started surfing again, which has been wonderful. I've been surfing now every day for the last 2 or now going on 3 weeks, and I've been focused on mainly going right, my backside, because I am preparing to surf in Hawaii. And also, I just found at the end of the season of Ulu, there still has been waves there. However, the condition changed. It got a lot crowded and a lot smaller. I actually really, really enjoy surfing any size waves. Of course, I prefer waves that are bigger. I love it when it's smaller to focus technical things. But actually now also, I love it when it's like bigger. I'm also focused like technically what I'm doing. Of course, on the very largest days of the swell, I really am just trying to make my takeoff and not be on the inside. I'm talking when it's like 8 or 9 or 10 feet more. And I can humbly say I wasn't feeling very challenged at Ulu. I was getting very frustrated with the crowd. I don't mind if there's a crowd if it's 6, 7, 8 foot plus. The crowd is less, but I don't mind if it's a little bit busier and the waves are bigger. But when there's a crowd and there's 3-foot waves and people are trying to take off on a 3-foot wave, 5 people at the main peak taking off on a 5-foot wave, I don't want to sit there for that. So I started surfing at Greenball, and then I've been at Nusa Dua, and now because I saw on the forecast, I went to Kerames, and it's been so fun to change up also like the time. I've been doing a lot of sunset sessions, change up not only the time of day that I'm surfing, but also the different spots. And it's been wonderful. And it's something that I've talked a lot about here that's going to tie into what I'm sharing about today is if you want different results, you have to start doing things differently. Because if you keep doing the same things, then and you want different and you want to progress and improve, you're not going to see anything different. So it's been very exciting and it's been really rewarding to know that I've been able to focus on different parts of my surfing and different skills of my surfing because I've been changing up the spot, and because also going right is actually, I love going right. It's actually crazy. I actually really enjoy the takeoff going right, and I enjoy learning how to do turns on the right. I'm really, really enjoying it. And who would know that I'm actually surfing rights. When like a year ago, like I hated going right. And I think I hated going right because I didn't know how to read the wave when it was breaking right, and I just wasn't confident on my takeoff and like to turn. In order to improve and get better at something, sometimes you have to actually put yourself out there and do things that are uncomfortable, and then you'll actually be surprised that when you go with that open mind and you know that maybe you're gonna have some, specifically if we're talking about surfing, you're gonna wipe out, you're gonna fall on your face, you're gonna do kooky shit, but actually if you continue to go, then you actually can improve, and it's not as bad as you think it's going to be as bad. I'm just removing a hair. I'm grateful that also I feel more confident taking off right, my backside, because I'm also confident with taking off on more waves. Because I've surfed very, very big waves this year, I feel a lot more confident just reading the wave and then taking off on the wave, because some of the waves that I've surfed this year, which I'm very, very grateful of, have been very steep, very fast, and very large. So when now I'm surfing waves that are 4, 5, 6 foot, 7 foot, and they're now obviously like backside, it's still okay for me. You know, it's funny. I almost feel safer taking off on the bigger waves. I sat a little bit deeper when I was at Keramas. I sat deeper and not quite right in the middle of the peak pack. This is something I'll also talk about. But some of the waves that I got, which are really fun, which weren't very long, but really big drops, were obviously the bigger waves. There is something for me that I feel more comfortable and confident in seeing and reading the bigger waves that come through and taking off. I don't know. It's thrilling, but it's also something that I guess I've gotten used to with practice, taking off on these bigger waves. So now that I've been surfing on the right, and even though it's my backside, the waves really, well, there have been some really big days actually at Greenball I surfed, but I surfed Nusa Dua Gega, which is a left wave, which were really, really big waves, but that's left, and I am used to more left waves. Anyway, I just wanted to share that when it comes to surfing, like my update there. And the resort that I stayed at, it was so nice. They had this healthy restaurant that was more on the inside of the resort. They had 9 different vegan burgers. Do you know that I am always looking for good vegan burgers like anywhere in Bali? And they, on their menu, had 9 different burgers. It was amazing. The first day I had a avocado and beet burger with big chunky sweet potato fries, and I had like these veggie samosas. And then the second day I had a Mexican burrito, and then I had these amazing eggplant fries with a tofu dipping sauce. So good, so good. And actually the second morning I had like a ginger shot and then like a lemon shot. Usually if you follow my channel, I really love to, and almost every day pretty much, I have lemon juice squeeze. So when you have like lemon and ginger, like these shots in the morning, there's so many health benefits for that. So that's what I had. Okay, here we are again, because this is, like I just mentioned only 10 minutes ago, that this is the first time that I'm using this DJI Osmo Pocket 3 as the webcam. And I just watched a video before this to set this up, and the guy was actually saying he had an M1 MacBook Pro. I don't know if mine is M1 or M2 chip MacBook Pro, but he's shut off after 30 minutes. Mine just shut off after 10. We may have to just continue to stop and start here. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with, it was wonderful to be at the resort. Look, I definitely missed my cats, but I loved being in a different part of the island that I've never been, surfing a different spot, staying at this beautiful resort. I got a wonderful deal on the internet to book, so it was wonderful. And best thing that I loved doing was when I went back to my room, I didn't have to clean or feed the cats or have any of those like home life responsibilities. And I guess that's right what a vacation is. You get away from where your full-time life is. And don't get me wrong, I'm very, very grateful of the beautiful home that I live in, and I have my beautiful cats and all the things here. But I think it's very healthy to want to go away and not have to do those responsibilities that you usually do. And that was actually kind of interesting, and something else that I thought of, that there are a lot of my friends and there are a lot of people, and then there are also other types of people, that Bali is very transient. So not everybody lives in like a home. A lot of people live more in like a basic homestay, and they may not obviously in their room have their own kitchen. They share a communal kitchen. And so it was kind of interesting that I realized when I think about for me, this will tie into everything. I went away single, I splurged, I had a nice room. I was definitely creating some content and just feeling like, I'm away on a romantic one night staycation, romanticizing my life on my own as a single. I was thinking, why do I need a man to go away to a nice place and enjoy a nice restaurant? And I did this piece of content that I laid down on the bed and I was laughing. It was like, why can I not enjoy my life and romanticize my life as a single person? And that's exactly what I was doing. And then I was thinking about, because this is something that I've shared about, that in the future and moving forward next year, that I desire to not be 12 months of the year in Bali. I desire more like 7 months of the year, definitely for the big wave season, for the dry season. But I realized maybe because Bali, and there are other places around the world that are similar to this as well, it's very transient. And a lot of people that are here living, they don't have a full home. So when they go back to their room, people come here for 1, 2, 3, maybe 6 months, but they don't have any like commitments. Like if you need the internet here for the phone, you don't have like a phone plan. You just buy data on your phone. Like there are less commitments here and responsibilities if you're living here for only a shorter amount of time, for a short-term time. Of course, if you have a house, you can set up internet and pay an account and everything. But I think about those kinds of things of having like less commitments here. It's so clearly evident then that for me, because I had some conversations with people that I met over there was a couple staying in the room next to me and they were like, oh, we finished our massage on the first day and they had a massage and we were sitting down drinking our tea. And they said, oh, so tell us about yourself. Do you have a man? And I said, no, I'm single. And I was chit-chatting with the woman because she was on her honeymoon. They were on their honeymoon. And I feel like then for me attracting a man here in Bali, I find it challenging and difficult. I'm open to meeting people all the time. I'm a very social, talkative person. But when I think about the kinds of men that come here, they're either on vacation or maybe they're just here for like a few months. And I think, well, the type of caliber and integrity of the type of men that are traveling here, it's not who I'm so much desiring to create a long-term life with, a sustainable, authentic, integral relationship with. I have a lot of friends here and I have a lot of guy friends, a lot of surfer friends, a lot of really nice guys, really good looking guys, really good surfers. And there are some men here that have businesses, restaurants and things. I just feel like, and this is maybe you can resonate with me, that in the years now I've been single and in the years I've been living here full time, and even in all the years I've been traveling here, you can meet a lot of people here. You can meet a lot of men here. And I can only compare myself for me and what my desires are, what my vision is and what I value. I'm not quite seeing that I'm going to meet the type of man here. So looping this back around, for me, desiring to attract a long-term partner, a man that I can build a life with, a man that has certain qualities, because now I definitely have a standard. And it's not so much like, oh, I have a list of things and I have to check off the box, but it's kind of like that. I definitely have a standard. I have a standard for myself and I desire to align with the same standard with somebody else when it comes to their values of, what they desire for in life, if that makes sense. Thinking about that again, in order to have a different life and attract different things, you've got to be doing something different. For me, my idea so far and what I am calling into and what I'm desiring is to be able to travel more and maybe spend more time in Sydney, which is my hometown city, or maybe it's somewhere else that's a little bit more maybe city-like or just somewhere different, that I can be in different circles of people to meet different types of men, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's with that there. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to share about was that if you've been following, I was getting very discouraged with my business and I've been learning new strategies and I've been running paid advertising. What I realized what I wasn't doing, obviously here on my YouTube channel, I'm very, very open. If if you've been following all my videos, I'm very, very open, and I've been documenting like everything with like so many things when it comes to my life here. However, I wasn't sharing the same information on my Facebook and Instagram accounts. And when I decided to come back into this business, my building my online business, I was like, oh, I don't want to share anything on my Facebook or Instagram. Nobody's interested in my business there. Nobody cared about business. It's just, that's just for waves and wipeouts. And I went through a stage, I guess, where because I burned out the end of September last year, where I used to share everything on my social media accounts on Instagram, and then obviously that would directly post the stories into Facebook and the Facebook feed. So I was like, well, maybe I'll start a new Instagram, and I want to leave those accounts alone. But actually I had one of my friends, and she's also in the same business, and she is a business colleague, Caitlin. She's in the East Coast of the United States. Her business is growing and she's amazing. She's married, she has a son. She used to live in Hawaii. Now her and her husband and her son are on the East Coast, and she's doing very, very well with the business. And we chit chat back and forth, for certain things. And she said to me, she's like, and I said, oh, I've opened a new Instagram account and I'm going to post all my information there. And I hadn't kind of posted a few things there, but not much. And then she actually said to me, she's like, Tiffany, she's like, you never know on the accounts that you have now and the audience that you have now and the people that follow you now. She's like, you can't assume that those people aren't going to be interested in what you have to share. And she's like, you've got to also just like get over, like it doesn't matter what other people think or how things were before. She's like, let them decide for themselves if they want to, follow you or see your content or just keep scrolling. And in the last couple of weeks, I've started to post more lifestyle, more a little bit about business, a little bit about the product. And I've been doing it in my own way. I haven't been doing too much. I've been trying to be creative, making videos and things. Also just sort of sharing things about just being a bit more open and vulnerable. And it's actually really interesting. I've actually been getting more leads come through, like more quality leads and engagement on my social media platforms, Instagram and Facebook, than I have with my paid advertising. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. I was just assuming that people were not interested, but you cannot know what other people are thinking, and you have to let them decide. And of course, at the end of the day, you can, keep scrolling. That's what social media is. You stop and you read something that you're interested in, and then what you're not, then you just continue to scroll forward. I've also on Facebook, and then like a reel or Instagram story that I posted about keramas yesterday and about romanticizing my life and how, I desire to, be with a partner, but I'm just going to have to be patient until I meet the next one. And in the meantime, I'm just going to live my incredible freedom lifestyle. And I talk about freedom lifestyle because it's true. Something that I share, if you've been following me, and what I talk about is, before I always used to work for other people, other companies, other yoga studios, other corporate luxury resorts, and I was always on a certain salary. I was on a contract. I had to wear a uniform. I was on set hours. And now I get to design my schedule, my days, my calendar, and that I'm very grateful for that, because I can go and surf, I can go and see my friends, I can allocate whatever time of the day I spend on my screens. I'm looking here because I'm pointing to my computers here, and I'm very, very grateful for that. That's the thing. Time is the most valuable asset, because we all only have a limited amount of time. As we know, we're only going to live however many years it's going to be. Time, money, and health are huge key areas of life which people are very focused on improving in their life. And it was on the call this morning that at first, if people don't have the time or money, they also don't care about their health. I truly believe that actually everything is connected, right? Of course, when you are able to have more money, you're able to be able to support yourself in a certain way for your wellness, for your health. And then if you're able to make more money, you're able to create more opportunities for yourself. You have more freedom of choice. And then at the end of the day as well, the very end of the day, if you don't have your health, you cannot enjoy the time that you may have in your life. Or if you don't have your health, you cannot enjoy what your money could do for having a certain lifestyle if you don't have your health. So everything's very connected. And that's why, obviously, if you've heard me share here on my channel about why I stepped back into sales and back into this business opportunity and back with this business model, I've always obviously used this product. It really made sense to me in, I guess it was like July and August when I have stepped back. Maybe August, when I've stepped back into building my business again with this specific business model, the Enagic business model. Obviously, there's a business model here with you too. We're still working on growing a channel here. And this is also an amazing business model. But we're talking specifically about Enagic. When I review and reflect, and this is something that you can do either if it's with your current job, career, business model, or if you're interested in what I have to do with what I'm doing, what now like I'm aligned with and how I'm showing up and what my future dreams are, intentions are, goals are. This business model and this way of showing up to not only create wealth, not only to focus on my own wellness, because it supports my own health and wellness. It's something that's bigger than me. It's not just about me and what my own goals are, which are also important, but it's also going to impact on a greater scale and something that's bigger than me. It's to help other people and, in the biggest sense, the world that we live in right now. For me, I think about something that's really, really meaningful to me is that I'm already grateful that I have time in my day to do what I wish to do. As you know, I'm not married. I don't have kids. I do have my commitments of my cats, and I do have a house. I have home chores and commitments. But for me, something that was really wanting me to step back into this business model is, yes, obviously to create greater wealth, but also to be able to help others, to impact others, to serve others, to watch others rise. As I've gotten to this phase of my life, it's about the joy in being able to help others. And I've always been in this place of service. I was sharing voice notes with somebody last night, that I've always been somebody that's been very supportive and encouraging and excited for what other people are doing, creating, manifesting, working on in the world. That's very, very attractive to me. For me, when I've been an entertainer in my past career, and then as a yoga instructor, and now showing up here to impact and serve and empower, that's meaningful to me. Because, just like, keeping fit and exercising and surfing and having coffee, like that, to me, that only goes so far. For me and my life in the phase I'm at, I'm really desiring to show up in a more purpose-driven, impactful, meaningful, empowering way, to serve others, to help others rise, because that is what I see. I have so many different conversations with people throughout the day, even though I am a bit of a homebody, but when I'm out socializing, and what I see through my own conversations that I have with leads through my business, and then just general conversation, so many people are complaining about that they don't know what to do in life, they want to focus on their health, they want more money to do X, Y, and Z. And it's like, okay, so there are so many opportunities to do that. And what we see is lack in mindset. What we see is a lack in confidence. And what we see is a lack in actually just identifying and having clarity around what their visions are. I think that's very, very sad, but I think that that's also something that you can create for yourself. Like, if you're in a space and place, and these are the spaces and places that I've been in, where I don't know what I'm doing with my life, I don't know how I'm showing up, different, whether it's been in the last few months, whether it's over the years, and this is life, we all go up and down. For me, when I have gone into my lower vibrational moments, I think, okay, how can I get myself out of this? Because I realize over the years, like, if you just stay and you don't do anything to change, that it's like never going to change. Always been somebody that's always been seeking to change and to improve and to elevate and to amplify. And that's the whole reason why, obviously, I'm showing up online to allow you to become empowered and for you to step into the fullness of who you are and what your potential is. Because there are so many different ways to uplevel your mindset, to create more wealth, to improve and become the healthiest version of yourself, be vibrating and be radiant and have vitality in your wellness, right? That can only happen, and that's on you when you decide that. Yes, I kind of went off on a thing there. Realize in bringing this around in the last few weeks, as I've started to create a bit more content through those social media platforms and to share more. I've been having so many more beautiful conversations, people, asking me about product, mostly about the product. I've shared things about, normalizing that. This is another thing. A few weeks ago, I guess the way that I was framing this and what my perspective was is that I was like, this business, after the last few months, getting back into this and doing all that I've been doing, a few weeks ago was like, I'm so discouraged that I'm doing as much as I can at the best ability that I can. Maybe I could have been doing more. So far with the skills and knowledge that I have, that it wasn't moving as fast as I could. And I was also thinking like, oh, the only people that I see successful in this business are people that are mothers and fathers and they have kids and they're sharing through all their marketing and their messaging that, oh, I want to create a legacy for my family. And then I was thinking, well, right now this is making me feel in lack that I don't have a partner and I don't have kids, because this is something that I definitely deeply desire, as well as some other desires. And so I thought, you know what? I need to reframe that. I need to shift that and know that actually there are many different kinds of walks of life of people who are aligned with this business model, who aren't married, who don't have kids and are thriving in this business, making multiple 6, 7, and 8 figures. And so I decided that I need to shift my own perspective of that I need to just begin to, this is also another call that I was listening, that you begin to manifest and create all that you desire from who you are showing up and who you are being, not from what it is that you want. What you desire to have in the future and who you wish to be and what you wish to create in the future. It's a matter of showing up in that vibration now. Now, maybe of course you aren't, and I think about this, I'm not a 6, 7, 8 figure income earner, but what are the qualities? What are the actions? What are the feelings? What is the vibration? What is the frequency that these people who have those success are already showing up? Like, how would I be? And so with that thought process and that awareness, I was like, I've got to just start showing up as somebody that's showing up doing my marketing, my paid marketing, my organic marketing, getting back into somebody that's feeling like soul aligned, connected within. So I need to obviously like do my yoga practice every day and a meditation every day. I want to feel, and this is a new journey for me, creating not only, it's not even like I want to create more strength because I'm going to Hawaii and I want my body to feel strong for surfing, but it's also this like discipline of, in order to create different, you have to start showing up and being different and being the version of yourself that's already achieved what you desire to achieve. I do hope that makes sense. That's what I've been doing. I've been just showing up, creating different kinds of content. I've been opening up and being more vulnerable. And I've really focused on being the best version of me and romanticizing my life as it is. I was thinking like, well, I don't need a man to take me to a really nice resort and go have delicious meals and enjoy myself. Like, I could do that myself. And actually, I've had one of my friends, she's commented, there were a few times a few weeks ago, I was going to Drifter and I was eating and I was having, a few beers on my own. And I was like, she's like, oh, I love that you're there on your own. And it was like, well, yes, I've been single for a while and, I love to eat at home. I love to cook at home, but I also love to go out. And even if I don't have my computer and I'm not per se working, I can still go out and have a meal on my own and enjoy myself. I guess that's just a shift in what I've been desiring to do is like, romanticizing my life and enjoying my life as a single and enjoying like, this is how it is right now. And I'm just going to make the most of it and have fun with that and be who I am and be the best version of who I am. And have the conscious way of being, the conscious state of being, of already being in that vibration of like, okay, well, this is me. I'm happy, I'm thriving, I'm well, I'm living my life, I'm doing my career, I'm having fun surfing, like all the things, right? Because that is where the attraction and the magnetism begins to align to what you desire. That being in an abundant state, a thriving state, in the fullness of who you are, that's the energy that's going to attract all that you desire. I truly believe that. And of course, I'm not always happy. I definitely have my moments where I feel sad. I'm going to say, and I'm going to be very real and vulnerable, there are moments when I'm home on my own and sometimes like a wave of emotion comes over me, and whether it's I'm watching something on YouTube or if I've watched like a Netflix or like something on like an Instagram reel and I get emotional and I think, oh, I want to be in a couple and I see people around me getting pregnant and, like having babies, like I want that for me as well. And I get like a sadness over me, and I get like emotional. Maybe I even like have a little bit of a tear. And then this is where I've focused so much on my personal development, my self-talk, my mindset, that I need to just be like accepting and happy of like, okay, this is me now, and it doesn't have to be forever. And I just need to stay close to what my vision is, and be also thinking as well, which is a huge thing. I would rather be alone at home, happy and at peace, rather than going to sleep at night and waking up in the morning feeling awful, feeling like I'm living like a life where I'm unhappy, I'm unsatisfied, I feel unsettled, I feel small, because that's what it used to be in the relationship that I had, I've shared about here on my YouTube channel, other relationships I've had. I would rather just be me alone, or choose the company that I'm in, like the people that I'm around, or choose whatever I'm doing like for work. I would still rather be in this time space reality now than go back to anything that I've been a part of in the past. I just will not go back, because A, I know my worth, and B, I've like really focused on my confidence, and to be living in alignment with now my worth and my confidence, and feeling empowered from that. And of course, like I said, I have my days where I get emotional, I'm insecure, and I don't, but these are just more passing moments. I'm not sitting in the vibration that it's like, oh, like I can never do this or I can never do that. I've definitely shifted that, and I need to remind myself of that as well, that everything is a timing thing. And I also need to remind myself of that, because when it comes to surfing teaches me so much, that my time is coming for all that I desire. And I feel that, and I know that with surfing. Surfing has taught me that if I'm patient, like an amazing wave will come for me. And it usually does. I'm so grateful for some of the waves that I get. Like I get so excited when I get like amazing waves. I'm like, oh my God, that was so fun. And then even in the times where I do something so kooky, and like, on my first day, I was like trying to paddle and I was too far forward on my nose, and I fully nosed, I like came up giggling. Like I've learned to embrace my mindset there, and how it is for surfing. Some days I really get amazing waves, and I'm so grateful. And I know that when it comes to, for business, for wealth, for creating impact, my team, when it comes to attracting love and family, that all of that is on the way. All of that is on the way. It's just, I just don't know when it is. And until that shows up in my current reality, it's that shift in my mindset and my energy and my frequency and my vibration that I need to be showing up. You need to be like showing up in the version of yourself that has achieved already that you desire. And it's okay. And this is what I encourage for you. Like, it is okay when you have your down moments, when you feel sad, when you feel lonely, when you're low vibrational, when you feel a little bit small, when you feel like, it's like own that, be aware of that and own that. And then know that you get to shift that by changing the thoughts that you say to yourself, and changing what you're feeling. Like, feel it and then think, okay, well, what would I like to feel instead? And you need to be able to shift that energy, those feelings, and to think differently, to take different actions. It's something that I've been focused on doing, and I definitely encourage for you to do that as well, because until you start to do things differently, nothing is going to change. It's not going to change. Because it just doesn't work like that. I mean, you can tell me in the comments like, oh, don't change, but then everything changes. I mean, please leave me a comment that if you do nothing different, then all of a sudden your life is different. I just don't think it works like that. I really encourage you and I empower you that if you want, and it's December 6th, it's the end of the year now, but whatever time you actually see this, I've also been having, I counted the other day. There are 31 videos that I need to get out to you. Let me tell you, 31 videos. It's been moving a little bit slowly with my editor, but we're trying to get that done. 31 videos. There's 31 videos to upload. But whenever you actually see this video, whatever time of year that it is, and maybe it's more in the new year, it's never too late to start something new. And what you desire in any key area of your life. And please share with me in the comments if you wish for me to share insights about a certain key area in life, whether it's for wealth, health, friendship, love, surfing, mindset, business, anything under the entrepreneurial umbrella. Please share with me, because I'm more than happy. I actually need to, and I've spoken about this before, I need to share a video about which equipment that I use for recording. I even did a Facebook post like a few weeks ago, and someone was like, "Oh, your lighting looks really great. What are you using?" And I was like, "Oh," it's like had nothing to do with like, tech or recording or cameras or anything. It was like a whole like being vulnerable and sharing. And they were like, "Oh, you look really good. What lighting is that?" So of course I shared. I'm not going to gatekeep. And that's something that when I was very first introduced to this business model that I'm aligned with, my first mentor was gatekeeping. It was fucking so weird. And I'm obviously not with that first mentor or that first person that I signed up with to start my business. Yeah. And then also when it comes to surfing, people ask me like, and I've explained this also in a YouTube video, like, how do you get out of the cave? And I've shared very clearly how I get out of the cave and get into the lineup on a big day. I'm not going to gatekeep information. It's just not, I think, I don't know, it's not in my ethos. I truly believe that when you are full and abundant, there is not a problem to share something with somebody if they ask you. Like, I don't need to hold things back from people. That's not in my ethos. Same with when I was talking about this, that the situation that I had with that friendship misalignment a few months ago, that months later I heard what she was telling everybody, and she said, that Tiffany was jealous of the wave that some other girl got. I was like, if you knew me, you would know that that's not in my nature. I've never been jealous of other people. I'm not a jealous person in that regard. I have been, and I've explained this before, that I have been jealous when I've been in relationships with, whether it was a boyfriend or a husband, and they were cheating on me or flirting with other girls. That is definitely where I have been jealous in the past, where I've felt insecure when I've seen and experienced and witnessed that situation. But when it comes to my friends and with others, I get excited. I get so excited. I mean, if you've ever surfed with me, I get so excited when people get amazing waves. Like, I'm like screaming. This guy the other day, I was surfing at Greenball, and it was his first time surfing, and it was a little bit bigger. Oh my God, he got the best barrel. And I had gotten a wave and was kind of paddling back, and then I saw him from the side get this fucking amazing barrel, and I was like, and I was yelling, and I was like, oh my God, I was so excited for him. His first time surfing that spot, and he got a barrel. I was stoked. I was so excited. So it's just interesting that if you know me, and this is the lesson of the day, you need to make your own mind up about what it is in life. If you are impacted by other people's judgments and opinions and what they say, and you use that to drive your life and you use that for validation, you're only gonna get left behind. What I found is really important, that the people that really know you and love you, they're always going to be supportive of you, and they will know you. My message here is you just keep showing up as the best version of yourself. And if you feel like that you're not at your best version of yourself and you're lacking, you feel lack in some area of life, well then, create some awareness around that. Get real with what you're feeling and thinking about that key area of your life, right? Whether it's love, friendship, health and wellness, wealth, business, profession, career, creativity, passion. Where you feel that you're lacking, if you want that to change, you're gonna have to change. Do some things differently. And then to also just be yourself. And I know that may sound cliche, but people are going to love and accept you for who you are when you are you. That's something that I've really stepped into this year. I've created a lot more clarity around, okay, I'm just gonna be me. And that's what I've just flipped the switch and created that shift now in business. I'm going to just show up and share from my space and place when it comes to all the different things online, and then same in real life. This is who I am. And I've also had to place some boundaries in my life. Boundaries is a huge thing that I've shared about, that I would just talk one more thing about. If you don't set up your boundaries, you're gonna get fucked all over. And excuse me for my language, but it's only since like last year did I then start to like learn what boundaries are and to really assert those boundaries. And I've had to do that also this year in friendship. I've had to do that a little bit when it comes to family. I've had to do that with like business in a different area of my life with business. Because if you don't put those boundaries up, then people are going to continue to step and walk all over you. And let me tell you, I'm done with that. Yeah, I'm done with that. Like, I cannot extend my energy towards people and things because I'm a very clear communicator. I think that's one of my very strong points. I'm a very clear communicator. And if somebody is stepping over your boundaries, when you've been very clear, when you feel you've been very clear and things aren't in flow as they could be, then you need to know what you need to do. And so definitely in the last few weeks or more, I've definitely had to set up boundaries for myself for those different areas. And I encourage you to also reflect on it's whenever you're watching this, to take some moment in your day, at the end of your day, or whether it's the beginning of your day, get a journal, a piece of paper, and just start to create awareness and reflect on your life. And are you happy, yourself, your mindset, your wealth, like all the key areas of your life. And then pick like, okay, well, what do you want to focus on and what do you want to change and what would you love? And then once you're clear about, creating some awareness about that, well, okay, what next step do you need to do to change that? Because again, one last time before we go, if you don't make any changes, nothing's going to change. And I definitely encourage you that you actually are so worthy and deserving of the life and self and money and love and friendship and wellness that you truly desire. But you will not be able to manifest that and create that. That will not come into your life if you don't start to make some changes. So I thank you so much for watching this. If you got to the end, if you didn't subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. If you loved the video, give it a thumbs up and please leave me a comment. Otherwise, I am going to see you next video. Bye for now. I am just editing the clips, and what I was trying to share about that, because it's very, in some regards, easy to live here in Bali, not having to have the same kinds of commitments and responsibilities as you would have living in a big city, that I found and what I've witnessed and what I talk about a lot with my girlfriends, my besties, or my friends who are girls, and it's also not just the guys, but it's also girls here as well, that because a lot of people don't live here full time, I also feel like people's values of the people that are here for the shorter term time, that because their values aren't for maybe like meeting somebody and having like a long-term sustainable relationship, and because also Bali has many beautiful women and men, that there's so much temptation that it's almost like that. And I'm going to generalize, because there are some relationships that are long-term and are real and authentic, but the majority of the dating and the relationships and all the stories that I talk about and I've witnessed myself and I see from my friends and like the community here, is that people, they're not really sustainable, long-lasting, long-term relationships. And that men that come here, they're also men that don't want the responsibility or the commitments of whether it's like making a full-time life here or creating like a long-term, real, authentic, honest relationship with a woman. And so what I was trying to say here in my video is that for me, then I realized that if I seek to meet somebody for a long-term partner to create a life together, the caliber and the quality of men here in this lifestyle of Bali, it's not aligning, it's not matching. I don't know if I was clear in sharing that, because don't get me wrong, there are many beautiful women, beautiful men, there's all different types of people here. Maybe if you're in a different phase of your life than the lifestyle here, and that's why a lot of people do come to Bali, because of the lifestyle. But I'm comparing myself just for me and what I desire and what I am seeking is that I haven't been able to meet a man that is in the same alignment and frequency of what we value and what we'd like to create together for the future, and also of the standard of the man and caliber and quality of the man that I am seeking.